The old tailor rolled up his sleeves, revealing his arms covered in tattoos. His gaze shifted, showing a long-lost madness, completely different from his usual calm demeanor. Across from him, the mob enforcer was bruised and battered, his face a mix of surprise and fear. Who exactly was this old tailor? 2 years ago, an elderly British tailor arrived in the small town. With his gentlemanly demeanor and well-read ways, he quickly became well-liked by the locals. But the group that welcomed him the most wasn't ordinary townsfolk. It was a gang of rough-and-tumble mobsters. They saw him as unassuming and weak, so they turned his shop into a hub for their shady dealings, using it as a drop-off point for information. Whenever they needed to discuss something, they would kick him out, but the old man never got angry. He would just quietly close the door behind him, his temper seemingly boundless. That was until one late night when the mob enforcers showed up, this time with the young mob boss in tow. The young boss had been shot in the abdomen and was bleeding profusely, as the sound of sirens outside indicated that the police were closing in. The old man, trembling, said he didn't want to get involved, but the enforcer punched him, forcing him to let them in. The young boss cried out in pain, but the enforcer pulled out a briefcase and told the old man, "There are 1,000 cops and 1,000 gang members outside looking for this case. If they find it, you're dead." With that, he placed the briefcase aside and went into the back room.
Calling my pops? Hey, Fred!
The enforcer dialed the gang leader's number, explaining that an informant must have tipped off their location, leading to an ambush by a rival gang. The young boss had been injured, but would be fine. The old man noticed the boss's gun strapped to his waist. An opportunity to fight back was right there, but he did nothing. After the enforcer finished his call, the boss shouted that he needed to go back, but the enforcer refused.
Fuck you. You work for me, and I'm saying, take me the fuck home.
I work for your father, and your father says we stay put.
Fuck!
The old man realized that the gunshot wound to the young boss's abdomen was severe, and if it wasn't stitched soon, the boss would bleed out. But the streets outside were full of police and enemies, and they couldn't get the wounded boss out. Suddenly, the enforcer had an idea. The old man was a tailor, so he pulled out a gun and forced the old man to stitch up the boss's wound. Reluctantly, the old man took out his needle and thread, his shaky, nervous hands revealing how out of his element he was.
Stay still.
No fucking way he is. No.
The young boss panicked immediately. The enforcer held the boss down as the old man began stitching. The needle pierced through the flesh, and the boss passed out from the pain. After stitching up the front, the old man turned him over to stitch the back. His calmness and skill in the task were beyond what most people could manage. When the wound was finally stitched up, the old man checked the young boss's breath, relieved to find that he was no longer in immediate danger. After settling the boss, the enforcer went out to take care of some business, leaving the briefcase in the shop for safekeeping. To make sure the old man stayed involved, he opened the case and prepared to reveal its contents.